Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Suchitra's Life with me, Suchitra. Today I guess I became a little nostalgic about the things of past. So I wanted to recollect most of them here today in this episode. And the first one would be the landline phone. There were two variants, one with a rounded dial pad and another with a normal numbered keypad, and the next one would be phone booths. These are gone now, but yeah, coin box phones were quite an interesting phase back then. And the next would be a typewriter. I haven't used this at all, but when I was in school, I used to see my English teacher type letters and all on this. I could see her fingers became a little weird due to this. The next one would be a rickshaw. I know we have auto rickshaws and all via Ola, Uber, and all, but I'm talking about the rickshaw which worked on a person's soul energy, to get started and to move forward while cycling. That was interesting. I remember getting on one of it. I mean, I used to get on one of those back in the day, especially near Koti and Begum Bazaar in Hyderabad. The next would be eating slate pencils. Ah, slate pencils would remind me of mud, and I would literally dip them in the water and sniff them for eternity, and in between munch on them as well. And the next one would be making impromptu greeting cards with papers or anything, like if there's a chart paper or if there's a normal A4 size paper. And if you get to know that there's, your classmate's birthday or your friend's birthday, you're just literally pulling out those sketch pens and writing happy birthday on an A4 size paper, and you're giving them as a greeting card. That used to happen a lot in the school days. The next would be, this might be, this may not be true for everybody, but yeah, I would sniff soap covers like after the soaps are taken out. So you've exhausted a soap and you got a new soap, you've taken it out of its cover and you start using it. Usually people would throw away the soap cover, but I wouldn't. Like at least for a couple of days, I would just uh, sniff those soap covers. I had this weird habit while growing up. The next one would be uh, collecting the bus tickets as if there's some sort of souvenir. I had quite a few bus tickets in my collection, which then I would sit and count and consider myself rich depending on the amount that I'm able to uh, calculate. So, yeah, the bus tickets back then, the conductor would manually, tear out a ticket and give it to you, and he would also do a punch in on the ticket, and he would give it to you on the bus. So tickets were given like that back then. The next one would be candles. So candles were a major part of my childhood. Like whenever there was a power cut, we would pull out the candles and lit them up and see them melt and play games around it by swishing our fingers through the flames and calling ourselves magicians because we didn't burn our finger. And my brother would go a step ahead and he would literally kill the mosquitoes, and he would uh, collect their corpses and just start putting them over the flame of a candle, and they would just burn. Like literally we would sit and do all this when there was a power cut. Now nobody does that, but yeah, back then we would do all this. And I don't know, it felt a little, I shouldn't really say magical, but yeah, it definitely was a different phase back then. So these were some of the things that I kind of think about a lot. Like, I do get nostalgic every now and then. So, what are some things that you miss from your past, be it your childhood or be it even a decade back? Do let me know. Do let me know in the comment section. Like on Spotify, I could literally post this question and you can reply back with your answers. I'd be looking forward to them. Until next time, take care.